I worked on the Trash tour. We recorded the live concert DVD from England, and then I worked on the Hey Stupid record with him. So I was his musical director for, I think, almost 2 years. And that was a lot of fun. That was I learned so much from Alice. He's a great guy, a great teacher, and obviously a great artist. So that was a lot of fun. That was my first time like touring the world and really being in a big, rock and roll band, playing arenas. That was a dream come true. That was a long, long time ago, but I remember it like it was yesterday. That was awesome because I got to work with some of my heroes. To work with Steve Howe and Jeff Downs and Carl Palmer was amazing, and to record at Advision Studio in London, which is a very legendary studio. That was like another dream come true. To play with men who were in Yes and ELP, and King Crimson, and then to record a record with them. Simon Phillips came in and played some drums on a couple tracks. So, I was like what they say in America, like a kid in a candy store. I was just very happy. Well, that was a lot of fun because Dee had just left Twisted Sister. I had just left Alice Cooper, and Dee Snider and I lived on the same part of New York, and we got to write songs together and become very, very good friends and start a band from the ground up together. So we recorded 2 records, and we toured a lot, and we had a great time together. I think I spent almost 4 or 5 years with Dee, and to this day, we still keep in touch, and he's a good guy. He's a great singer, a good songwriter, and just a really good man to be around. He's a very hard worker, and I learned a lot from him. Well, that was great. I mean, again, working with somebody that you admire musically and you respect musically, I learned so much from Dave Mustaine. He's such a talented musician, a great songwriter, great guitar player. That band was, a huge, huge band. It was the first time I'd been in a band like that where we were all kind of the same age. So there wasn't like 10 or 15 years or 20 years between us. He works so hard. I mean, I think we were on tour. Between recording and touring, it was nonstop for almost 2 years straight. We did, Capital Punishment. I worked on one track on that, and then The World Needs a Hero, and then Rude Awakening. That's a lot of work in 2 years, plus we toured everywhere. We went to places I didn't even know that existed, but there were such big Megadeth fans all over the world. It was a lot of fun. It made me a better guitar player. It made me appreciate that style of music much, much more because it's very difficult to play. We did our first Trans-Siberian Orchestra tour in '99, and then right after that tour ended, I went and played with Megadeth for 2 years. So it was kind of an interesting point in my life that was good for me at the time, and I needed to work with different musicians and explore different styles of music that I haven't really had a chance to do. So everything is a learning experience. Every day I wake up and I want to learn something new, and I learned a lot working with Dave Ellison and Dave Mustaine and Jimmy DeGrasso. Probably one of the hardest things I had to do as a guitar player because he's such a great player, very unique and different kind of style. I wasn't very familiar with his, I'd heard him play, but to learn those songs and to learn those guitar solos, that was very challenging. So it really made me much more disciplined and much more focused in my work. And Dave didn't want to hear a version of it. He wanted to hear the exact solo the way it was recorded. I grew up in more of a jazz and blues background where you never play the same thing twice. Megadeth and Dave Mustaine taught me, no, we wanted exactly the same way every night because that's what the people in the audience wanted.